Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, you need to sit down. Seriously. Don't look at me like that, just put your phone down and listen because I feel like I'm going to vomit just saying the words out loud. I know we promised no heavy stuff tonight, but I literally cannot keep this inside one more second or I am going to explode. You know how everything looks fine with us. Like from the outside. It's a lie. A massive, terrifying lie. You know how I've been weirdly anxious lately? Well, last night was a nightmare. A literal waking nightmare. So, get this. My husband, the man I vowed my life to, was assembling this stupid bed frame in the spare room. You know how he gets with projects. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Whenever he asks me to help move anything heavy, my stomach just drops. It's immediate panic. It's like I'm walking into a trap every single time. It always turns into a fight because I'm either not strong enough to lift whatever massive piece of furniture he's wrestling with, or I misunderstand his instructions because he's barking them at me. And then comes the mocking. He doesn't just get annoyed, babe. He gets cruel. He laughs at me, and not in a babe, you're silly kind of way. It's this deep, demeaning, you are the stupidest person on earth kind of laugh. It makes me feel about 2 inches tall. When I try to tell him, hey, that hurts, please don't speak to me like that, he just gaslights me. He insists he did nothing wrong and somehow it's my fault for being sensitive. So, knowing exactly how this script plays out, I walked into that room walking on eggshells. I was so careful. I literally positioned myself behind him, thinking if I stand here, he can clearly tell me exactly what to do, exactly where to grab, and we can avoid the drama. I was trying so hard to manage his emotions for him, but of course it didn't matter. He needed me to move, and instead of just asking, he lets out this condescending cackle and screams, "Over here." Just barks it like I'm a dog. My heart was pounding, but I tried to be the adult. I walked over, looked him in the eye, and said calmly, "The way you're speaking to me feels really rude and unnecessary. I was just trying to stand back to avoid confusion." Girl, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut, apparently. He snapped. He went from 0 to 100 in a split second. He started screaming that he wasn't rude, that I'm crazy, the usual hits. But then he physically escalated. He didn't just yell. He lunged. He shoved me. Hard, I'm talking, full force, shoved me backward into the wall. It happened so fast. 1 second I'm standing there, the next my head is snapping back and I'm losing my footing. I tipped over, and because of the angle, he actually lost his balance and tipped over too. It was chaotic and violent and humiliating. I didn't even scream. I was too shocked. I just scrambled up, didn't say a word, and ran upstairs. I grabbed a pillow and went straight to the couch. I was shaking so bad I couldn't even close my eyes. I just lay there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, listening to the house settle, terrified he was going to come down. But he didn't. He just stayed in the room with the damn bed frame. I didn't sleep a wink. Not 1 minute. Now, here is where it gets truly twisted. This morning, I'm a wreck, right? Eyes puffy, haven't slept, traumatized. And he walks into the kitchen acting like it's Christmas morning. He's overly nice, making coffee, chatting about the weather. It was psychotic. He acted like absolutely nothing had happened. Like he hadn't thrown his wife into a wall 12 hours ago. I couldn't do it. I just stood there staring at him, completely silent. I wouldn't engage. Finally, he looks at me with this innocent, puppy dog confused face and goes, "Why are you acting like this? I don't understand why you're upset." Can you believe that? The audacity. I looked at him and said, very clearly, "I slept upstairs because you shoved me. You got physical with me." And this is the part that is haunting me. This is the part I need you to hear because I think I'm losing my mind. He looked me dead in the face, his expression totally flat, and said, "You should be grateful it wasn't more than that. You should be grateful it wasn't more than that. That's me holding back. I honestly wanted to do a lot more. I know that's wrong, but I was frustrated and in pain from holding the bed frame by myself and lost control." He told me I should be grateful he didn't beat me harder. He admitted he wanted to hurt me more. He admitted he lost control. And he said it like he was explaining why he forgot to buy milk. Just matter of fact. I felt cold all over. Like in my bones. And the worst part is this isn't the first time. I've never told you this. I've never told anyone this because I was so ashamed and I wanted us to be that perfect couple everyone at church thinks we are. But we've been married 6.5 years, right? For the first 2 years, this was normal. It happened frequently. We'd argue and he'd grab me. He would shove me into walls. He used to pin me down, just hold me there, trapped, pressing his weight on me until I stopped struggling just to show me he could. To show me he was stronger. He would let go eventually, but the message was clear. A few times he raised his fist right next to my face. I could feel the wind of it. He'd stop just short of actually punching me like he was testing himself, or testing me. There was this one time. God, I haven't thought about this in so long because I blocked it out. We were fighting in the kitchen, and he grabbed a wooden spoon off the counter. He threw it at me with so much force I had to dive behind the door to protect myself. When I came out later, the spoon was embedded in the wood of the door. The handle had snapped, but the head was stuck in the wood. If that had hit my face, I would have been in the hospital. It stopped for a while. It's been about 4 years since he actually laid hands on me like that. I convinced myself he had changed. I convinced myself it was just early marriage stress. But looking back, I think I just learned how to not provoke him. I flinch, babe, instinctively. If he moves his hand too fast during a debate, my whole body locks up and I flinch. I don't even realize I'm doing it until I see his face. And the crazy thing is, I generally feel safe in the day-to-day. I keep telling myself, he wouldn't actually punch me. He's never given me a black eye. As if that's the bar. But after last night, after hearing him say he wanted to do a lot more, I'm terrified. And it's not just about me anymore. We've been talking about kids, trying for a baby. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a toddler witnessing that? Or worse, what if our child frustrates him? If he can't handle a bed frame without throwing his wife into a wall, what is he going to do when a baby is crying at 3:00 a.m. and won't stop? Is he going to lose control then? Is he going to tell our child they should be grateful it wasn't worse? The thought makes me physically ill. I tried, okay? I tried to handle this right. After he said that terrifying thing to me this morning, I suggested he seek therapy. I told him he needs help for his anger. You know what he said? He scoffed. He literally scoffed at me and said, "You should talk to your own psychiatrist about it." He's putting it on me. My psychiatrist manages my anxiety, which, by the way, is probably 90% caused by him. She's not a domestic abuse counselor. She's not a marriage counselor. And he just washed his hands of it. He takes zero responsibility. In his head, he's the victim because the bed frame was heavy. I feel so alone. I don't know who to go to. You know, we go to that church downtown, and everyone there looks at him like he's this saintly, hardworking man. If I went to the pastor or the elders, I'm terrified. I'm scared they won't believe me. Or worse, I'm scared they will believe me, and then everyone will look at him differently, and he'll find out, and he'll come home angry. And we know what happens when he's angry. I feel trapped. I love him, or I remember loving the version of him that isn't a monster, but I don't know if I can stay. But leaving feels impossible. Who do I even tell? Do I call the police for a shove? They'll laugh at me. Do I tell his mom? She thinks the sun shines out of his ass. I just needed to tell you. I needed one person in this world to know that I am not crazy and that this happened. Because when he looks me in the eye and acts like everything is fine, I start to doubt my own reality. But my back still hurts from hitting that wall. That's real. What do I do? Please tell me what to do because I am freezing up and I am so scared.